DreamHack Open is brought to you by Intel, Corsair, Monster Energy, and DreamHack.
Welcome back to DreamHack Open 2020. The snow is out my window right now, Alex, and it really does feel like it's getting close to Christmas, but we've got a Spanish and Portuguese match coming your way. Two teams that are very familiar with each other, battling it out for elimination here at DreamHack Open 2020. And while, Alex, when we take a look at these two teams, talk us through the history.
They played a lot recently, Dinko. I mean, to qualify for this tournament, Movistar Riders beat sAw in the ESL Masters. They beat them 2-1 in a best of 3. But thankfully for sAw, there was another Iberian qualifier they were able to play. They beat Weigers in that one 2-1 themselves to qualify for this tournament. Just in general, these teams have played a lot in the past, and there have been quite a few close maps between them, Dinko. You kind of get this often in those regional matchups, but it definitely looks like it could be a close series here in this losers bracket.
Yeah, when you take a look at Group A, you can see Virtus Pro started things off with a win over XSET. Again, the most difficult team in this tournament right now on paper after a big win at Flashpoint as well. They'll be looking to try and take a title here at DreamHack Open. Fours, I believe it took the win just barely over Espada there, according to this bracket. When we take a look at that matchup, there was a lot of mistakes I seen going on. Obviously, we were cashing at the same time, but when I got to cash a little bits here and there, it was quite a wild game of CIS Counter-Strike. So it'll be VP versus Fours. That's going to be a real battle up in that upper bracket. And then down in the elimination bracket, which will be played on the mainstream, it's Espada versus XSET. So you can head over there to the A stream if you're interested in following that matchup. But over here in Group B, we continue down the groups of Group B. It's sAw versus Movistar Riders. We started the day off, Alex, with Namigo over sAw. I feel like that game was actually a little unfortunate for sAw. I feel like they could have actually won that series.
It was a close one for sure. Nuke was looking like a map they could have won. Didn't happen for them though. Namigo were able to come out on top with some big individual performances. And then we just witnessed Gambit get a 2-0 win over Movistar Riders. Incredibly close first map. Movistar Riders had the lead. They had the edge, but they couldn't close it out on Overpass. And then Vertigo was much more convincing for Gambit, who goes through to the upper bracket. That will be played tomorrow, though. Today, it's all about which team will stay in the tournament and which team will be eliminated between sAw and Movistar Riders.
Yeah, these two teams are very familiar with each other. Movistar Riders have always kind of had the upper hand, I would say, coming into this matchup, Alex. So I'm very interested to see how this one will go. Now, obviously, Movistar Riders, that didn't really feel like at any point they had a chance at winning the series against Gambit, but they definitely played some really good Counter-Strike. And I think based on what I've seen so far, even though sAw actually could have taken the win earlier today against Amiga, I feel like Gambit are just a much better team right now than Amiga. So I'm going to go and say that I honestly feel like Movistar Riders coming into this one are the favorites. I see, based on results that we've seen before, based on how they performed today, I really do feel like they could take this. We're heading into Nuke first. We've seen a decent performance out of sAw here. They didn't get the win, but we know they're very capable of playing this map.
Yeah, we would assume this is their pick, and it is. You can see on the left side of your screen. We are starting on sAw's map pick of Nuke. That means they start on the T side, Dinko. It's going to be Roman picking up some nades alongside Arky for sAw, while on the CT side, we have Larson buying the kit and Steel buying a set of nades of his own. A lot of utility here ahead of this first pistol.
We can take a look at how much utility Movistar Riders have brought into this one. It's quite a bit, right? You got Steel on the double flash, the itchy grenade, and he's about to charge that down in towards the ramp room. Crossing over. So wanting to head into this A side. Shox is going to be holding on with the USP over the top, looking for a headshot. Mudra's taking down Shox. They'll open things up, but now they've got the site. They've got the bomb planted. They will be looking to secure this. Dodo falling out of his position, going back into the A lobby. And at this point, Movistar Riders looking for any sort of chance to get over the top and back into the site. Alex with a headshot, just pulling it back, and he's just holding for this main extension. They're trying to drop into the site, trying to take those fights from the post-plant players, but they're just winning the fight. Justin Dodo are taking everybody down, and Rowan was always on the flank, Alex. That is a brilliant pistol round from sAw.
Shox unable to do anything on the initial site hold from Heaven. Their players had already pushed onto the site, which made life difficult for him. And then the rest of sAw just sweep Movistar Riders under the rug. I'm definitely looking at Shox to do more in this game. I was expecting him to be one of the standouts for Movistar Riders. He's been their best player statistically in the last 3 months. And in that series we just saw, he was second bottom fragging for the team. He wasn't really having the same impact I was hoping to see from him. In fact, both of the sort of European imports of this Movistar Riders team struggled. So I'd love to see them doing more, but it's Steel right now who's looking on point for this team. Shox finally chiming in with the Deagle, and this is dangerous waters. Dodo needs to make sure he stays alive here. 7 health remaining. He's got to get out of there.
Shox on the Deagle, taking down Dodo, and somehow Movistar Riders are in a better position right now. You'd have had these 2 kills from Shox. He's still alive. He's still got that Galil, and he's got 2 teammates to back him up right now. Muterus and Roman. Mac 10's in play. Muterus taking down Shox, and he'll be looking for a little bit more here as well. Flashbang going up into Heaven. Roman's trying to flank around through lobby, and Mopa's just taking his main control. Has picked up the Galil.
Molly into main, lands at the door. The time is pretty low here for the 2 sAw players with the Mac 10, and they are still spread apart from each other. That makes life really difficult for sAw in this 2v2.
25 seconds in play. This 2v2 is very important for sAw right now, and Roman's about to come into the site. The player on site's looking the wrong way, but he turns around, and now he needs to delay. He's not going to get the single kill, and now the bomb can go down. Alex in a 1 versus 2 retake. He has no kit. He's only got the Deagle and 1 smoke to play with into this. Molly's going to go down into vent, and that's going to force him back. Yes, he takes some damage from that as well. And that'll be a sound cue given on over. Fair play, though, to Shox. He nearly wins this round for the team. It just doesn't really go that way. I think it's fantastic that sAw actually were able to pull that off. That was definitely looking a little scary. Right up until that Molly came into vent, there was still a chance to line from Movistar Riders.
Now, even though they couldn't group up together for the initial push to begin with, okay, Alex struggling with the Deagle. Yeah, even though they couldn't group up to begin with, the fight is won onto the site, which is the most important thing. And then that allows the other player to come up to the A side of the map, and it puts sAw in a good position to close out the round. 2-0 in favor of sAw. Movistar Riders not able to get much into this round. So this should be sAw building up some bank. And you can see Arky is very aware of that fact. He's just sticking with a P250 ahead of this one.
Arky with the itchy grenade kill onto Mopos. Larson's taking a lot of damage there. Steel is holding on, and they come around the corners to Dodo. Will fall to the 5-7 of Steel. Now 4v3. Movistar Riders are looking real hot right now in these 4 spy rounds. They've been actually doing a lot of damage. Way too close for comfort if you're on the sAw side. And this damage will be significant going into the first gun rounds. Even if Movistar Riders don't win these rounds, which is looking unlikely right now, it's still going to be very big in terms of the impact it has on the economy of sAw going into these first couple of gun rounds, Alex, right? If they lose 1 round, if they lose this first gun round, they're going to have money problems. And that is going to allow Movistar Riders a chance to potentially take control of this. And this one ain't done yet.
Oh, I thought Steel had a good chance there, but it goes against him. Roman closes it out with a triple kill. That is now 6 kills for Roman before he's taken a single death or assist, for that matter. Movistar Riders finally getting their buy together. Larson picks up that AWP. He pointed out that he was rather quiet at times over in that first series against Gambit. Love to see him showing some more confidence, taking some more fights. Here on Nuke, definitely a map where you have the ability to do that. Let's see if Larson goes for any early fights. It is the door play, but he's been mollied out of position, and there's no way he's going to get a clear line of sight there.
Alex, he's got a decent position here at mid. He's got the Molotov ready to throw down into secret. And this will delay sAw towards outside. Their attack is completely slowed right now as Alex just holds on for this cross. They will start to try and get through, but Mopos has taken the headshot delivered to him by Roman. Man advantage collected from Movistar Riders. And sAw starting to walk down into the lower site. Currently one player down here. It is Shox, and he has been impactful for them in the previous series. We've got to see that out of him. He has to deliver here, Alex. He cannot go down without a single kill. They have got the man advantage, but giving up this B bomb site, it's going to be huge. Oh,
he's getting spammed. Oh, it's the Dodo who ends up getting the kill, but Shox was uncomfortable because of those bullets landing from below him. It was the man from Decon who was spamming that spot, and now Steel searching for a kill, but he's not getting given a chance. There is a player on the site fighting him now. Just a little bit of damage done. No nades for Movistar Riders. No kit right now either as they attempt this retake. They've got to be quick. Alex dropping down. It's into a 3v3, but Arky has certainly heard that, and the time is starting to go against Movistar Riders here. That bomb is half gone, and with Arky confirming another kill, I think that might be the round called off. Larson sticking around, but I think more for exit kills than anything else. It's another round for sAw. We'll see if they can get any kills at the end here. It looks like it's going to be costly for them. They'll lose every player, but they will win the round.
4-0 up for sAw. Yeah, they have lost so many players, but they're winning the rounds and they're getting the bomb planted, and that will put their money in a decent spot. They will still get these AKs out even after losing every single player. Their buy is still good. We take a look from Movistar Riders, though, and we are starting to see them limp along on funds. They're just looking at the bottom of the barrel right now, trying to find a couple of coins. And it's not looking so great. It's definitely not the best buy at all coming out here. Larson was not really delivering on that all. And he needs to, especially in this round. Oh! And he's done it early, Alex. That's a big flick to start the round. A second kill as well, out of nowhere from Larson. He is feeling it right now. He knows the pressure that is on his shoulders. He cannot have 2 back-to-back bad series, especially in a grudge match like this, facing elimination.
He's had a couple of shots like that where he's really quick on those diagonal flicks. Oh, where has that come from, though? Muterus and Just both getting kills back for sAw. This was a 2v5. I was writing this round off, but perhaps I've got ahead of myself because sAw have now got a couple of kills and some decent ground gained. The bomb has been left behind. I think Just will have to go back for that. But with Muterus on the big flank, maybe he could be the man to open things up here. You can see that Movistar Riders are aware of the flank possibility, but the MP9 player on the site watching Heaven isn't the best angle for him. We'll see if Muterus can strike from behind. 40 seconds remaining for sAw to make up their minds.
Muterus coming in from Heaven. He has a decent spot right now with this AK. And looks down into the bottom of the site. Shox is there with the MP9 and a headshot collected. A second kill as well from Muterus. And now it is on Larson. A 1v2 with the AWP. We talked about him needing to deliver. This is the round to do it. Over the top at Hut. He's been spotted. And he doesn't realize he's been spotted. He's stuck on the ladder or something there. Finally, he gets over the top. But yeah, but he's taking so much damage. He cannot win this round anymore. And he's out of here. Saving the open in the next round. A little bit awkward towards the end there, Alex, but nonetheless, it's sAw 5-0 up on Nuke. How are they 5-0 up on Nuke? That's the question I have right now, Alex. A lot of these rounds are being ridiculously close.
Overturning the 2v5 in this round, man. Larson got the early kills. Yep. He did enough for his team. Well, he didn't do enough, apparently, but he should have.
Yeah, well, yeah, he didn't do enough to win the round, but, I mean, that should have been enough to put them in a winnable position. I have no idea. Like, a lot of these rounds have been ridiculously close, and a lot of them should have gone in favor to Movistar Riders. They should have 2 or 3 rounds on the board, but still, sAw have just kept winning. So I mean, you have to give it to them. And those kind of rounds, they don't win themselves. They figure out a way, and there's a big individual performance.
The negative is that sAw's money remains a question mark. If they lose a single round, they could potentially be reset quite quickly. And Larson is getting confident now. After landing some shots previously, he wants more action. Clearing the close corner. He should have this, but the flick misses. He spots the gun barrel, but his patience isn't rewarded. 2 quick kills for sAw. Shock's able to recover the gap. He gets 2 kills. That's not bad, but it means that Movistar is still a man down.
Muris just trying to fake the sprint down into the lower side. It's worked perfectly, but Alex still wins the aim duel. He still reacts quick enough to take the kill. And now just over a minute left on this clock. Bomb has been planted. And just alongside Arky, looking to try and win this round out. It's a good headshot from Arky. And now just Alex. A 1v2 on the AK-47. And he's got to wrap down through Decon. Arky and Just trying to win out this round. Alex again, so close to touching victory here for Movistar Riders. Will it be another loss, though, at the hands of a 1v2 clutch? And Alex has swung out into the open. He's got still a Molotov left to clear out this cubby. He's still got the utility, but he's just going to stick it in the smoke. The spray is through, and Arky catches him. 6-0 for sAw. Yet another round where they will just win out in the clutch again. And I have to say, Alex, how many rounds like this can Movistar Riders take?
Yeah, it's a good question, honestly. They'll be hoping they can just win every round like that. They'll be fine with that. They'd love that. But Movistar Riders have something else to say. They've decided to take a timeout ahead of this round. Money isn't quite good enough on 1 or 2 of their players, and it looks like Steel has already made the call to half-buy ahead of this round. And if Movistar Riders don't do damage in this one, then sAw will actually get the chance to build up some money. I think Movistar Riders should at least be able to buy a decent amount on some of these players, though. They've got such a big loss bonus that surely Alex and Shox can buy, potentially, primary weapons. Indeed, Shox buys an auto shot, even though he's saving for the next round. So we'll see if Movistar Riders can keep the economy pressure up with some damage, or maybe even steal a round win here.
Larson. The Deagle out to the right side. A big headshot onto Arky. Movistar Riders just sitting back with the weaker weapons. They have got that man advantage, and Larson is looking for another one. They might just give it to him. They're about to walk into his position, and he has the pre-fire, or should I say crosshair placement, perfectly lined up. It's 2 kills added to the tally. That makes 3, and just coming through with the AK. You're welcome for the basic math lesson right there.
Oh, Steel up close. Another kill found. And he even converts the round. Nice work with the 5-7. Up close and personal. Takes 2 players out. And Movistar Riders get a massive swing in their favor in terms of the economy. As we were saying earlier, a bunch of close rounds for sAw means as soon as they lose one, they are instantly into sketchy territory in terms of their buy. They only get 2 AKs in this round, 1 MAC-10 for Stododo, as well as a couple of Deegs. Now, they do at least have nades. They prioritize getting as many nades as possible so they can maybe go for a potential quick play. I think the utility is very important on Nuke to get any chance at the rounds, and they might look to use these nades quickly into the A-bomb site.
Mopar is holding on as they come around the corner. Molotov going into position as well as Mopar is going to be burning in the fire. He gets out somehow, still alive, and Alex has got a huge double. This is a huge play from Movistar Riders, and it leaves Justin Muteris left alone. A 3v2, and he's dropped down into the ramp. He's caught out Larson. But look at the health here for the Movistar Riders. 2 of the players extremely low on HP, and one of them out of the server. Back to an equilibrium, back to a 2v2. And so many of these clutches have been won by sAw.
Oh, Alex biding his time in behind lobby. I don't know if he's going to go for aggression considering they have the bomb. He is now looking to see if he can move over. 40 seconds left. sAw still need to get that bomb back. Alex still has to figure out where they're coming from, but just gets the timing wrong. Muter is able to win that first fight against Alex. It's into a 1v1 against Shox. Again, with that bomb against him, Shox has all the room, all the ability to make plays here. He can either hold the bomb or go for an aggressive play, and Shox is doing that right now. The flank about to come through. Oh, he doesn't get the kill, though. Shox bluffs his lines, and Muterus gets the info he needs to turn it round and win another one for sAw.
Every clutch, Alex. It just seems to be destined to go in sAw's favor here on Nuke. Every small entity, every small moment has gone in favor of sAw. We take a look at Movistar Riders. How often have they been in a position where they can nearly win the round? It's so many, Alex. They could be even on the scoreboard right now. They could be real close. You know, should be a close affair. Movistar Riders have come close to winning a lot of these rounds, but sAw just keep winning out these clutches, and it's fantastic stuff from the individuals that are getting them over the line. You can see it's just a little head above them. You see Just on 9 kills, Muterus on 9, 7 here for Roman. We've had everyone stepping up, apart from the 1-star player that we were talking about earlier. The player we highlight a lot is sAdodo, and it's a very positive sign when your player that we talk about being the star hasn't really got to do that much.
Sure, he will have more chances as this game goes on. Extended spray from Steel. He almost got the kill, but now he backs up into some flames, and Muterus figures out exactly where he is. 4 health remaining, but the opening kill found by Muterus as he should be able to get down Secret safely alongside his teammates. Alex almost getting the lineup, but it's sAdodo with the drive-by on the AK and just catches Mopos before he can get round the corner. The trades continue, just deciding not to go aggressive, but Shox gets baited in and just whiffs the spray. He can't get the kill. It's still a man advantage for sAw, though.
Oh, just connecting onto Shox. It's Larson alone with this AWP. He hasn't been playing poorly at all here in this series so far. He's had a very good start into Nuke. It just hasn't been enough to get them over the line in more than 1 round. They have just got the 1 round under their belt. And Larson would love to double that if possible. 45 seconds. They're waiting for him. Oh, we needed the no-scope. And Muterus just drops down. Hawker, what can you do? What can you do against that?
Yeah, that is rough. I like how the 1 round Movistar Riders have won as well. Wasn't even the full gun round. It's a round they probably shouldn't have won. And look, fair play to them for doing well with the pistols, but surely there has to be some more consistency in the gun rounds. Maybe this is where they win another one though, Dinko, because they've got pistols again.
Molly down near the ramp, and Shox is about to start coming through with the 5-7. You know, start swinging out to the left side. A good kill nearly coming through that from a pistol. And Steel, luckily, will get 1 for the Movistar Riders. Well, at least keeps them even on the server at the moment. Roman catching out Mopos, running forward into his crosshair. The aggression not really paying off there for him. And they drop down into the A site. Steel now walking forward into Hut. There's Deagle just tucking in the corner from any potential aggression that may come into this Hut from sAw. And they're holding themselves. It's a stalemate right now on the server. 1 smoke left, Alex, from the T side. They're really relying on this aggression, and it's coming their way. 2 kills come through. The patience game pays off for sAw.
Close range kill from Alex, but he's got 2 more to find if he wants to win this round. Both players at door right now. Alex has a decent idea. Great headshot. Can he get the final man? Not quite. Muterus able to swing out for the trade. 12 kills for Muterus, 13 kills for Just. Both of those boys playing well for sAw. And again, these rounds are coming close. I feel bad for Movistar Riders in that sense, because this doesn't feel like a 9-1 game right now, Dinko, but sAw keep on winning the tight rounds. And if they keep on winning the close rounds, they could just run away with this game with how it's going right now.
Oh, good kill from Muterus. On to Alex. Another yard, and Mopaz holding on for this aggression. Roman just dropping down. This has been an incredible first half, but the aggression paying off for the Movistar Riders this time. sAw are doing a really good job at pulling these rounds back. Even when they're pushing and they're pulling and they're finding these advantages, sAw have pulled it back, Alex, each and every time and put it into position where they're actually on top. Not this time, though. Mopaz has just come in, and that's the advantage for Movistar Riders.
Yeah, because of the aggression, I think sAw got kind of spread across the map, so there's only one man moving into secret. Oh, who goes first through the door? It's sDodo. You can't both get through the door at once, fellas. Mopaz, oh no, he's a dead man. sDodo gets a freebie. The A site is currently open, but they're going to go down to B. And there's also no one from Movistar on this side of the map. Easy bomb plant for them. Larson just now arriving on the rotate. I don't think he'll get here in time, but he might keep them trapped on the site. Damage done. Larson down to 28 health, and he misses that second shot as well. sAw into a 2v2 post plant.
sDodo. Good headshot up onto Shocks. Out looking for this pick down into the site. Larson not able to pick it up just yet. No kit, no utility, low HP. Chances of winning round, 0. Saving in the next round, 100% here for Larson. And it's going to be a 10th round for sAw. They have reached double figures, Alex. At what point does this just become ludicrous? Movistar Riders will be struggling even in this next round. I want to see where the money's at right now. 4K, 3K. I mean, we're not really looking that great right now for Movistar Riders even in this round. So, yeah, 11 rounds is pretty likely right now, Alex, for the T side. And I am really worrying for the Movistar Riders right now. What a fantastic performance from sAw.
It's definitely spiraling out of control for Movistar Riders. It's a shame as well, because if you look at the scoreboard from their perspective, it's not like anyone's playing terribly. They all look like they're having okay games. Like, no one's really completely screwing up for them. It's just been that they can't win the close rounds. Those are the most frustrating games sometimes, where you feel like it should be way closer than it is, but it isn't. You're 10-1 down, and you've got to fight hard to keep yourself in the game. Larson at least able to save the AWP. They've got a couple of guns in this round. Mopaz has had to go without Kevlar with his M4, but everyone else is okay, and they are good to go ahead of this next round. Movistar is still so close to breaking sAw's bank, though, Dinko. If they can do that, if they can win a clean round, they probably can go on a winning streak. It's just a shame that sAw already have so many T rounds on the board.
Larson, I love this play. I love it from Larson, but he's not going. He's actually just sitting in the smoke. I thought he was... Oh! What is that from Larson through the smoke? A no-scope lands on sDodo, and Almuda is holding on. Shocks is out of there, and it's a 4v4. Mopaz looking for the headshot. Roman brought down, and it's Movistar Riders with the man advantage. So I have to try and pull this one back, and they have been damn good at doing it so far.
Nearest knows there's a man in events. Oh, insta headshot, but Larson is also down on this side of the map, and he's just landed a shot of his own. User is faking opening the door to try and draw the attention of some of the Movistar Riders players. Arky coming in for the flank. Mopaz not quite extended out, but as soon as he does, Arky reacts, responds, and now Larson, oh, insta flick. Larson makes it a second. His flicks are so quick, Dinko. When they land, they look lovely.
Oh, they do. What a fantastic round from Larson. That no-scope through the smoke. This is why I want replay so bad right now, Alex, just to see that again. But I'm sure I'll get to see it after. Someone definitely will clip that. But that is just ludicrous from Larson. And we take a look at how this one will play out. We got a decent buy here from Movistar Riders. I love how that's the first round in so long, Alex, and yet the buy from sAw is broken down just to pistols and a couple of Khalils. It's pretty wild.
Now, this is the position Movistar Riders are in. One round could help them get over the line. Shocks getting 2 from above. They can't clear out the rafters position, and this should be another round on the board for Movistar Riders. Only Muterus remaining. The MAC-10 can only do so much. Again, Movistar Riders can maybe get 5 rounds here, but it's the CT side of Nuke. Unfortunately, that's probably not enough to have a good half. Still, though, it's better than nothing. It is better than nothing, that's for sure.
Holding outside, Larson having a much better performance here. I want to see more of that out of him. Oh, the bomb's gone. That's a nice little kill coming in, and they're cleaning up. Alex now peeking out alongside him towards the yard, and Roman. What? How? How does he not get the kill there? How does Steel do that? 4 rounds for Movistar, and we head into the last round of the first half.
Give you a quick update on the vetoes. It was sAw that picked Nuke, as you can see on your screen, but then Movistar Riders picked that overpass again, which we just saw them do pretty well on. Even if they couldn't get the win against Gambit, they looked like they knew what they were doing. Then Inferno would be the decider if needed, and Larson getting aggressive. The Flames are behind him. He'll take damage falling back, but he's given his team the early edge.
Flashes at the ready. Uterus is just up on top of the hut right now. And it's going to be Alex coming around the corner, dropping back down the stairs. He didn't spot the head. He didn't spot the head, I don't think. Either that or he didn't react at all. And now Muterus is going to be standing up on top of roof. Maybe his teammate called to him, possibly. It's going to be a kill from Alex. Muterus goes down, and that's a big kill from Alex. I think he clocked him as he went down. He went back up to react to take the fight again. And now the rest of the kills keep coming through from Movistar. The bomb is down. Arky and Stododo have a lot of work to do into this round, Alex. And it's not really looking all that likely. So Movistar Riders pulling it back to 5 rounds. I have to say, that's not too bad. Considering how this half was going, 5 rounds isn't awful. Still not done yet, though.
Arky and Stododo want to make that not be the case. Flash thrown through. Steel playing this close angle. Defensive smoke deployed on the site, but Stododo, I thought he was ready for it, but he's not. Mopos and Steel close it out. 5 rounds at the half for Movistar Riders. Still a lot of work for them to do, though, heading into that second half.
Falling all around as the evening draws near. It's feeling so cold out, but inside there's good cheer. Staring across the town as the lights in the square mark the holiday season, a time that we all share. Lights on the Christmas tree, crackling logs on the fire, and you're coming home for Christmas. You're coming home to me, all I need and desire. You're coming home for Christmas. The radio's playing Christmas songs that we all know. Candles burn brightly all aglow. Children are making a snowman down the road, waiting to welcome you home. Look at your photographs. It stands by the tree. It's Smile 'cause I see you laugh and feel you close to me. As night settles on the town, there's a sound in the drive, and my heart's beating faster to know that you've arrived. Lights on the Christmas tree, crackling logs on the fire, and you're coming home for Christmas. You come back home to me, and that's all I desire.
Welcome back to DreamHack Open December 2020. sAw on 10 rounds, 5 for the Movistar Riders. They come back into it, Alex. It was looking dire. I think it was 10-1 at one point, but Movistar Riders, they pull it back, they make it competitive, and now have a chance heading into the second.
They do. They've got to make sure this pistol round is a successful one, though. They are able to trade Arky out on ramp early. That's going to force some sort of response from sAw. No real fast rotation to ramp, though, so Movistar can move all the way into hell. sAw getting blinded at heaven, but he gets the kill anyway. Second flash is effective. sAw somehow still alive, but finally Shox hunts him down. I'm not sure if it's enough, though. Movistar Riders remain a man behind.
Roman sitting outside the door. Shox is going to start pulling himself towards the ramp room, but Mudarus' position. This is huge. Steel's not going to check this. There's an easy kill from Mudarus coming through. Steel is out of there. And now Shox left alone into a 1 versus 3. He's got to go down into the side. He's already collected 2, so he'd have to ace this round if he wants to win it. Roman's going to go down, and a peek from Just coming in from the right side of the ramp. And that is going to be an easy kill from him. 11 rounds on the board for sAw. They win the much-needed pistol round if they want to continue their dominance here on Nuke. And Movistar Riders really struggling heading into this next one. They didn't get that bomb plant. That's a very important note, that they didn't get the bomb plant. It was denied, so there's no second round force buy coming in.
I like the idea of the pistol Movistar Riders had there. Those flashes into heaven were really good to allow the kill on towards sAw, but we didn't really get to see how some of the other kills happened, but it seemed like they just lost players elsewhere. They lost some other fights, and that leaves them with a very low buy, as you pointed out. It's a nice shot from Shox, but everyone else has nothing, and now that Shox has been dropped, it should be a very comfortable round for sAw.
Roman, out to the left, taking Alex away. And now it is just Mopaz left alone in a 1v4. Swings out into the open, and Arky with the headshot. 12 rounds for sAw, 4 away for victory. And they will want to take Nuke away as quickly as they can. Obviously, this is their map pick. Let's have a look at... I didn't actually remember the VDOT, so obviously it's going to be the overpass pick for Movistar Riders. So very comfortable map. We've seen it earlier on for them. They just about lost it to Gambit. Probably should have taken it over the line. So I think it's still, if you're a Movistar Riders fan, there's still hope in this series, especially if we go out of Nuke into overpass. And Inferno will be the third map if needed.
A long way to go before we get that Inferno. We might not get it, but wouldn't mind seeing a bit of an Inferno between these two teams. Right now, though, it is Nuke we are focusing on because Movistar Riders have their buy together with the AKs out in full force. A couple of players already behind the red container. Smokes remaining in hand for Movistar Riders, and they're going to throw some on the fly. That one will bounce off the wall to land towards Mini so that they don't have to deal with Roman. A couple of further smokes being deployed. And Movistar Riders are looking to move down secret. 3 players getting down there safely. You can already see on the minimap, sAw rotating a couple of players down to that lower side of the site.
Definitely a lot of defense down here, actually. It's going to be quite difficult for Movistar Riders to get anywhere near that lower side at the moment. They're going to start running through it. Mudarus has the lineup. That's 1, nearly a second kill, but here comes the play. 37 seconds. This is definitely going to be difficult to deal with. You've got a crossfire in the B bomb site holding the double doors, but 3 players coming in from 3 different positions. The double doors, the control room, and decon. But they've got a nice little Christmas gift right there, and it's the bomb at their feet.
Ooh, Roman goes down. Arky was still scared of a player being from ramp, so he's had to reposition. Stodono's still in that corner, though. They're not going to expect him. He gets a freebie. He gets spammed through, though. It's into a 1v2. Time is so low here. Can they deny the bomb plant? No, but just gets them both. Quick transfer across and just wins the 1v2 in a matter of seconds. Really fast reactions to flick over to the right side. Very well controlled. And sAw keep on winning the close rounds, Dinko.
So many of these close rounds in the first half went sAw's way, and now they continue to go their way in the second half. Now, we talk about these close rounds somehow going in favor of sAw, but when it becomes consistent, right, when they win pretty much all of them, at that point, it's just how good they're playing to allow them to pick up those round wins, right? It's not just down to luck or small entities or anything like that. If it's consistent, it's certainly them causing the consistency. Nice kill from Uterus. Now 4v4. He's been playing really well. Here on Nuke, he had a bit of a quiet performance to start the day on Dust 2, but really starting to warm up into the series. Now playing fantastically well. They have 2 players in the lower side, Alex, and 2 towards Yard here from the T side. And again, sAw have done this early rotation to the lower side.
Yeah, they're loving this right now. Making sure they have multiple players ready on the lower level to be aware and ready to fight. Not wanting to play retake down on this B-bomb site. Arky has just now gone back to ramp, but Muterus is still here and he's ready to fight. First kill successful. Not good for the second, though. Mopos gets the kill, but the bomb is still not here. The bomb is back up. Arky gets a kill onto the B site, but that's Larson with the bomb moving into A. sAw fall for the bait onto B. They rotate too heavily, and now the bomb should go down, but just... Oh, he goes for the fight and he loses it.
Bomb planted. And now Arky trying to get up the ladder, but Larson is quick on the headshot. That's going to be the round for Movistar Riders, finally back into things. And you can really see how close these rounds have been because the money from sAw, again, is gone. It's a very similar story as to how the first half played out. And now Movistar Riders have a great chance to pull this back and potentially pull the scoreline into a closer and more competitive affair.
See if Movistar Riders can indeed close out this round. Start to get that comeback together. Scout for Arky. He's got the blood in the water skin. Great skin choice. Not going to get given an opportunity to pull the trigger, though, with that smoke going up. Muterus might have an ability to, though. Deagle up close quickly. Domed by Larson. Nice shot from the AK.
Stodono. He's dropped down at the bottom of the ladder. And here comes Larson around the corner to kill on Arky. And he's going to continue to run forward. But Alex's turn. He's found Stodono. And this is not going well for sAw. They're not doing any damage to the economy. That would have been their goal in this round, obviously, was to do as much damage as possible to the economy. But they haven't really pulled it off. And now Movistar Riders with 7 on the board. And the money's starting to build as well. They can get themselves into a much more comfortable position than they were previously facing.
Should be a very one-sided round in this one. 5 USPs for sAw should never really win. Hopefully for Movistar Riders' sake, they don't lose many members. Maybe 1 would be okay. Larson making a lot of noise as he runs down Secret, but he does get down safely. Steel is hoping that someone peeks him, which they will. That nade should land. Does a little bit of damage onto 2 players. Ooh, now that Steel's been dinked, I think it's probably time to back away. No need to risk taking another dink and being taken down by just the USPs. sAw themselves will be sitting back and waiting to see if they can bait any Movistar Riders players in.
Roman jumping up on top of the hut. It's going to be chilling out right now with that USP. And here comes the play onto the site. Roman getting quickly over to the right side now. They're going to start running into this position. Roman trying his best to do some damage from this corner. He's got a decent angle, but not really landing a single shot there. So Movistar Riders just cleanly taking this round, running over the defense. No one really causing too many problems for them. Zero investment into this one, so Movistar Riders will lock in 8 rounds. And I am a fan of this decision to go for this full eco with zero investment at all from sAw, because it allows the money to get back to a better place quicker. And that's exactly what I want to see. Just an update for you guys at home as well. If you're interested in following both streams at the same time, we're currently running 2 streams. Over on the A stream, you can catch xSET versus Espada. And if you want to watch sAw versus Movistar Riders, continue here. Pistols not really having a great time right now, Alex.
It's not great for them, but that's how it goes sometimes. Back to a buy for sAw if they want it. Won't be full nades. A couple of players having to go down to the weaker rifle, the FAMAS. Stododo still making up his mind. He will be buying an incendiary ahead of this round. Movistar Riders win this one, then we really do have a game on our hands. That's when we can really start to get excited about the comeback. Right now, it still feels rather one-sided. We'll see if that's about to change. Muterus has a molly at the ready, trying to slow Movistar Riders down on this cross to secret. He will now play close behind the smoke as well, but it's Movistar Riders using these smokes close to go down to the secret position, and I don't think Muterus will do much to stop them. They're actually flashing in. Muterus gets 2 kills on the spray before Shox can trade.
3v4 Mopaz starting to come out through hut. Stododo with the M4A4 in play. Now Mopaz comes out looking for that peek up onto Just. It's a very difficult angle to take. You have to commit a lot to it. So he would likely fall to the player inside of the site as well. And it's just not really a good idea right now to do that. Larson, in fact, taking 1 kill. Stododo will pull it back, and it's still an advantage in play for sAw as you head into the final few seconds of this round. It keeps going their way. Now it's all on Mopaz. He's collected 1, but he needs to get 2 more. He runs onto the site, and Roman there with the M4 swings out to the left side, and a 14th round is added to the tally of sAw heading into the final few rounds of regulation if they can close this.
And at this point, just every single round you win on the sAw side is a big victory for you. You are celebrating every single round win because you know you are getting yourself very close to victory. 2 more rounds required for sAw here in regulation to secure the dub. Using a lot of nades early to try and slow Movistar Riders down. Movistar using some of their own utility though last and trying to go for a pick, but that flashbang unsuccessful, and that means that Arky can land a pretty easy kill. At least Mopaz is down vent. That maybe gives them something to work with, but Movistar Riders are fighting from the back foot.
Alex and Shox walking down into the lower site. They've got a little bit of control here at the moment, but again, Arky has rotated over. Oh, he gets away. I thought he was about to lose his head right there on the cross. I think he did as well as soon as he spotted 2 players in control room, but he gets across safely into the corner, and the headshot has been collected. Stododo doing a good bit of work as well. What a fantastic performance it's been from Arky. You know, he might not have the most kills, but it's the way he's playing that B bomb site. He's not really letting them in ever. He's the gatekeeper to that lower site, and he's done a very good job at locking it completely shut. And now we're taking a look at Movistar Riders, Alex. Another TAC timeout coming through, and they haven't really got the money to play with going into this last round, possibly.
Yeah, smart play by Arky there. Just staying alive and basically setting up Muterus for some easier kills. where he got a couple with the FAMAS on players that were not looking at him, on unsuspecting opponents. That is exactly how you want to do it. Just use yourself as bait and let your teammates get the kills. And obviously, Arky had to get that first kill as well. That's the only reason why he's able to survive in that spot. Right, super solid. Those players that can get that all-important kill that keep you in control of the round. If you can do that consistently, you provide a lot of value to your team. And now with a 15-8 lead, sAw should be able to close this out. 3 AKs is what Movistar Riders have been able to muster up ahead of round 24. Let's see what they decide to do with them.
Muterus in the corner. Well, Paul's taking a good bit of damage down early on. Roman. He's getting caught, Muterus. Oh my god, he doesn't get a single kill outside. That should have been it done, right? That should have been a couple of kills at least there for Muterus. He had such a strong position, but he goes down without a fight. And now we've got 2 players to the good over from Movistar Riders. They're in a very good position right now. And sAw are going to have to do so much work if they want to close it in this round.
We've seen them pull off some impressive rounds previously. This would certainly be one of the more impressive rounds that sAw would have won in this game if they could turn this round. Quite a few low health players on the Movistar Riders side of things, though. That perhaps opens up a window of opportunity for sAw if the fights come to them at the right time. Movistar starting to sneak down to this B side of the map, but sAw are doing the same. 3 CTs are just now coming down secret. This gives them a really solid chance at winning this round, Dinko.
Roman just holding on. The AK-47 in place as they come in towards this crosshair. It's 1 kill for him. Just able to come through and Shocks and Skill doing a good bit of work to fight back. 9 seconds. Bomb plant needs to come through and Stododo eventually will fall. Just too many players in his way. Too many obstacles in front of him. He ran for the bomb plant. He couldn't deny it. And Movistar Riders will get another round on the board. sAw are down to an eco. It should be 10 locked in for the Spanish team. And when I say Spanish, it's not really anymore, is it? But nonetheless, we'll see how this one plays out.
If Roman gets 2 kills there, I think that round goes in favor of sAw. There are only 2 players pushing his position. Unfortunately for him, the spacing was solid for Movistar Riders to allow them to trade. Credit to Movistar Riders for staying on top of quite a hectic situation where they ran into all 3 CTs on B. And maybe as a reward for that last round being so complicated for them, they might get a nice easy one this time round. They've already walked into ramp room. They've got that early map control. They've got that early information they were looking for. And Steel has even walked all the way through hell.
Oh, Steel catching up Muterus. And now just sitting here with his CZ in the corner. Larson, okay, nice little clean tap on the AK there. Luckily, Just will pull 1 kill. Just the 1. And the second now. That's an AK picked up. Just trying to take down as many players as he can right now. And this is very important when you take a look at the money here from Movistar Riders. If Just can shut down another one, that would be absolutely huge. But he has been tagged down. He's been chunked down, in fact, to 13 HP. And he has to go up to the roof again and just try and save this AK into the next one. Not bad damage there towards the end, to be honest, from Just.
Yeah, decent work from him. No way of winning the round, though. Saving the AK would be nice. Arky's running low on cash. Making sure to go onto the ladder to drop down to take no full damage as he goes back to spawn to be safe. So that saved AK will likely be used to drop to Arky. Or Just will keep the AK himself and drop Arky a different gun. And we will get a buy together for sAw. 15-10 now. A little bit closer in this game. Still a 5-round differential. But you can see a world in which Movistar Riders win this round and then really get the ball rolling. sAw would love to stop that from happening right here, though. They've still got 5 chances to close out this game. And this is their first one with a full gun round here in round 26. Smoke going down from Roman. Just making sure that there are no early shenanigans towards vent. You don't want to let anyone drop down vent early and pull you around the map. Meteorus is already playing down secret in this round, though. Bit of a switch up. We'll see if he can make the most of this position.
Oh, Shocks successful with that kill on the AK. And now he's going to drop down into the lower site, running forward with the Glock. The Molotov goes down to the stairway. And Muterus is going to have to use that smoke. He wants to make it look like he may have potentially gone past it, but Shocks has just walked right through. He's about to go up the vent. He's about to go into the A site, and currently just is up here on the rafters, but they're going to need a big step up. They're going to need to take at least 2 kills here to feel comfortable, and just gets 1. He will fall very quickly to Shocks' rifle, and we're going to need more out of sAw here if they're going to be taking this win in this round. It's not happening. They've got to save. They've got to save into the next one.
Yeah, Stododo tried popping a flash to see if there was any way he could get a kill onto the site to make it doable. The Movistar Riders out position the sAw side. Yeah, the one man slipping through the cracks there causes all sorts of uncomfortable situations for sAw, who over-rotate because of it. Just had to play a very committed position on A, where he was hoping his unexpected angle would maybe net him 2 kills. But as soon as he got the first, he was instantly going to be traded. Everyone looking his way. And it puts Movistar Riders up to 11 rounds. sAw saving some guns, but I don't think it leaves them in a position where they can really buy here. I think they're just going to be taking a low buy on those other 2 players and trying to use those saved rifles as effectively as they can into this one.
Smokes outside. Muterus trying to spray away with the FAMAS down into the doorway. And the resmoke coming through as well. Mopod's about to walk forward. He's got tucked in the corner of this vent right now. Holding on to see if anybody's going to come into his position, but he's starting to walk into the crosshairs. And yeah, I've got a decent amount of players right here holding his position. Mopod's like the right side. The headshot coming in on the AK. Just fighting back with the CZ as well. And this could be it, Alex. Not like this. This is definitely a round they can pull off, but one that is unlikely, and they're going to peek. I love it from Just. He does not panic. He takes the kill in the fire, and then he will fall. He will perish, but with a kill. And now sAw going for the aggression through the ramp room as a unit, as a threesome.
Arky would love to upgrade his weapon to that AK. He's not going to do so. He doesn't want to give away the sound cues, but Stododo able to trade. Now Arky can upgrade to that AK-47 as Movistar Riders start to move into the site. They've only spotted Stododo. They might be confused as to where Arky is coming from. They're looking at Heaven right now, but Stododo pounces with the push. It's into a 1v1, and it's Arky sneaking around the site. Steel seems to know. Steel is aware of it. Insta headshot connects, and Movistar Riders aren't done yet.
15-12. Movistar Riders are coming right back into Nuke. They started off slow, but they have gained momentum. And now they call for a timeout. Movistar Riders could be bringing us to overtime. We've already seen an OT today, Alex, on this stream. We could be seeing another one down the line. And this was incredibly unlikely at a certain point, right? We started to see a world in which we didn't consider this a very likely outcome, but now it's possible, and it's not all that unlikely at this point. Movistar Riders have got the momentum, although they still have to win 3 rounds clean now without dropping a single one. It's always on the table for Movistar Riders to send us to OT.
Eyes back on board for round 28 as we get underway into the late stages of regulation. We weren't sure if we'd be getting here with how far sAw were ahead earlier in this one. All the Star Riders have done a good job at fighting back. They've showed a good ability on Nuke to be able to convert quite a few of these T rounds to get to this point. Got to wonder if they could have won a couple of those closer rounds in the first half. could they be in contention to win this map in regulation right now? Unfortunately, that is not a world that Movistar Riders are living in. They're going to have to focus on the overtime. But with a player sneaking towards Mini, Larsen's already got a good advanced position for his team. Just over a minute left on the clock for them to make the most of it. And you can already see Roman is having to be somewhat concerned of a couple of different angles here.
Uterus onto Larsen. A 5v4. 50 seconds in play. sAw have the advantage. Will this be the round? They take it up the line. And when Movistar Riders find themselves at 13, battling closer and closer. The OT just taking a free kill. Mopus just runs out, and the lineup is there from Justin Muterus. They've finally done it. They have taken away Nuke. It was long. It was labored towards the end, Hawker, but they get the win.
Yeah, it took them some time, but eventually they get it over the line. That's the main thing that matters for them. They do win their own map pick. And now into the next one, Overpass. They have a chance to try and 2-0 the series. We've already seen that Movistar Riders are a very competent team on that map, though. And they were looking pretty good individually as they started to come back into that game. Shox was top fragging. He was someone I talked about wanting to see more from. Larsen had a much better performance here. There are definitely still positive signs if you're a Movistar Riders fan. But fair play to sAw for coming through with the win. A lot of close rounds early, but they close it out in the end.
I'm looking forward to getting into the second one. That started to really heat up, Alex, in the middle towards the end there, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if Movistar Riders can bring that heat going into Overpass. I want to see if sAw can compete as we head into the second map. Will it be a 2-0 for sAw, or will Movistar Riders send us to a third? Find out after this.